Welcome back. This is M-Dog, and something I haven't done in a long time, and I have wanted to get back to doing this, and finally we've got the chance to, and that is to fish for some carp here at the UK map in Fishing Planet. And so that's what we're doing here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the sound, see if we can turn down these bite alarms. I realize they may be a little bit loud, but don't worry. I'm going to quickly show you where I am, what we've been catching, and catch you up to speed. If we're lucky, maybe you'll get to see me pull in a decent fish. So we have gotten some uniques here, which has been nice, and I'm basically using the same bait on all of these rods. Let's see what time of day it is, first of all. So we had a day that the hot part of the day in terms of the good fishing time was early here in the morning. It is cloudy. I know that the weather can matter pretty significantly in Fishing Planet. Time of day, weather, those types of things. At this point, I've not done enough testing to see cloudy versus sunny and all that. To be honest, I've just been basically whatever day I've fished here, I've been fishing when, we're at these peaks, whether it's early or middle or late, whatever. That's where we've been fishing, or when we've been fishing. And the last thing I'll do is make sure you see where we are. We're basically, yeah, you can see it pretty good here. This will at least show you where the mark is. That shows you the location there, 199.29. And I'll show you where you spawn in at to get here very quickly. The nice thing about this spot that we're fishing at is it's very close to a spawn point. So you can get fishing really quickly. I'm hoping we will get at least one more bite while we're recording. I won't make this video go on and on super long. So this is my third day fishing here. Now, I haven't stayed till I've filled up the net. I mean, we've got pretty decent size nets, but I've been testing some different things, including different method mixes for our method feeders on the rods, as well as some different ground bait to throw out with our spods. And I've had some success there, although I've also had plenty of success not using any feed at all and just fishing with the baits. So you can see the baits here. A lot of the smaller fish, like here, these at the top, were caught on 15 millimeter Plum sinking boilies, right? And I just kind of want to keep checking, make sure we're not missing a bite. I can't remember if you can hear it when you're looking at your fish keeper or not. It's been a long time since I've played Fishing Planet, folks. Just the last few hours I've been messing around, trying to remember how to do some carp fishing, checking different spots. But I do want to play Fishing Planet a little bit more than I have been. I enjoy it, at least in certain spots and targeting certain fish. Carp fishing, I think, is actually quite good. It's very different. I just made a carp fishing video earlier tonight in Russian Fishing 4, and comparing the two, they're just very different. To be fair, Russian Fishing 4 is definitely still overall my favorite fishing game. But I'm thankful that we have a lot of variety. Fisher Online, Russian Fishing 4, Fishing Planet, probably the three that I play the most. But it's nice to be able to get back into Fishing Planet at least a little bit. There we go. So we'll at least get one more. So this will be interesting because this is probably going to be a trophy. And you'll notice this is, so the third rod is the one that has the 15 millimeter Plum boilies. Obviously, we're using Plum on all of our rods. That way I felt like when we were experimenting with either ground bait or method feed, we could pick some flavors that would definitely, go with the Plum. And also just wanting to see really how does one bait do here. I knew Plum would probably work pretty good. I had done enough research that seemed like Plum was one of the ones that would do well. I think there's some general guidelines on when you want to use. Ooh, this is a unique leather carp, almost 3,000, and some good experience as well. So another really nice fish. So let me show you this line real quick before we throw it back in. So the one thing is we are using, this is the one line. Let's go ahead and look at baits here. So we have these golden plum boilies. Now you can only purchase them with, what's this currency called in Fishing Planet? The premium one. So like if you get a DLC or certain deals, there's things you can do in game to earn these as too. And I never really spend them. That's why I have almost 1,500. Which, if you've been playing for a long time, that's probably nothing compared to what you may have. But I've spent like almost 200,000 silver or dollars tonight, by the way, getting some new carp gear, traveling way too much because I was wanting to test different things out. You know, you always go travel somewhere and then you realize like, oh crap, I didn't grab this. You know. But anyway, so I did try these. We've got 14 left. They seem to be working really well. But the regular, non-golden top, regular 20 millimeters seem to be working really well. I'm consistently catching really good fish on the 20 millimeter size plum boilies. Is the bite rate a little better on rod 3, which has the smaller boilies? Yeah, oh shoot, what have we done? Probably mess up that bite, huh? Yes, the bite rate might be slightly better on rod 3. However, we are consistently catching beautiful fish on the 20s. The 15s, we've had some okay ones like this trophy grass carp. All the other trophies and uniques have come on the 20 size. So I recommend the 20 size. Also notice that on rod 3, we actually have a smaller hook as well, a 6-0. On rod 1, 2, and 4, we're running a 10-0 carp hook. So 10-0 carp hook, 20 millimeter plum boilies. You can mess around with method feeder or ground bait if you want. You'll do fine without it if you get on the right recipe or whatever. Maybe it can be even better with feeding the water. I don't know. But I feel like if you're patient, you're going to still catch really nice fish with the right setups here, even if you don't feed. But, all right, let's see if we get one here. But some of you may be asking, I'll show you the recipes I've been using. So this is one, I actually saw someone else using this, and this is just kind of like a little bit of everything, right? It's got Carp Rival, Big Riverine Breamer as two of the bases. Aromas, we got a little bit of Giant Octopus, a little bit of Tutti Frutti, a little bit of X Flavor. Particles, we've got Hemp Corn, Oil Cake, this one, Pastoncino, whatever you say, however you say that. And you can kind of see the percentages there. I don't know why this works. I mean, it's got a little bit of everything, right? And this is what we were putting on our Trophy extra large long cast. So, you know, we're actually putting double dose there because of how big it is. And that was cool. Like when I put that in the water, it did seem to stir up a bunch of quick bites. But, you know, things sort of balance out overall. If you're patient, you get plenty of bites anyway. If you're fishing at the right times, it seems like. Now this is kind of my own recipe that I just threw together. That is for the method rigs that we're actually using. So this is actually going on 2 of ours, at least. We're using these, what are they called? Method feeders. And so we're actually putting this stuff in here. And this has got spicy fish meal method mix with a little bit of X and a little bit of Tutti Frutti. And that's basically what we've been using for ground bait. As you maybe know, maybe you don't know, you have to mix this stuff up at the pond. So again, one of those traveling back and forth because I was playing with different recipes. Once you get here, you actually have to mix it up. So like we can mix this. We could mix some of this and throw it on one of the lines. Let's do that really quick just so you can see one. In case we don't have any on, I think you run out of it really quick. Like you burn through this method stuff. Maybe I could make a bigger amount. I haven't played with some of this enough to be able to say with confidence. All I know is that this stuff I run out really quick. Let's see if it looks like we have any right now on 2. It doesn't. Let's pick it up. Yeah, I don't think we do. So we're gonna throw some on here. Maybe we can scare up a bite. Put a little of this general method mix. All right, so if you look at this, we have 0.004 kilos of this stuff. So if you try to add that, it says it's not enough, right? So all three of these are pretty much empty. This is the one we just made, which is 0.089 kilos. I'm guessing there's a way that I could make more at a time. So that used a little bit. You know, we could probably get, what, 3 or 4 casts before it's gone? Maybe 3. But this is the golden top plum boilies. So if I'm going to put some feed on any of them, it seems like this is the one that we want to do. And I'm going to throw this right here. This spot that I'm casting at, and I haven't been putting all of them there, but that has been a good spot, just like right in front of me here. We've had some really nice uniques and trophies come out from this spot right in front of us. So I've tended to sort of spread them left to right, and then one of them I'll sometimes cast a little past that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. This one looks like it might have gotten moved. You know, this is the one that does get a little bit better bite rate, but it's the smaller boilie. So let's just cast this one straight out again, in case that boilie got sucked into some fish's mouth and then it escaped. All right, let's watch this. Here we go. And like I said, last thing I'll do, I'll show you on the map where we are, where we traveled to get here. I can't do that without closing everything out, right? Oh no, here we go. Okay, so this is where we want to go. It's called Cave Lake. If you come here, and I'll show you real quick, let's make sure we don't have a bite. All right, if you come here, you're actually going to spawn in. You're going to be facing this rocky area over here. So if you travel to this spot on the map, let's look at that one more time. You're going to just come in. If you click on this, go fishing. You're going to spawn in. You're going to be looking right here. You just want to turn to the right, almost behind you, like you're going to go over that bridge, right? But instead of going over the bridge, you just look to your left here, and there's this peg to fish off of. And I'm sure I could spread these out and find fish all over the place, but I saw somebody from like a year ago on a video that was fishing kind of straight out here. So I started trying it, and though I've caught fish in different spots, fishing straight out like this has been really good for me. So I've kind of just kept doing it. All right, let's see what time we're at. Let's see what time we're at. We're coming off the peak. One day I just kept fishing, and it definitely slows down off peak, but you do still catch some carp. Just depends on if you have premium or not, how often you can fast travel, and all that. But I think you want to fish on peak time as much as possible. I would say, from what I've seen so far. But as you can see, when you're getting this percentage of trophies, I mean, we have 18,000. And again, this is like my third day in a row of at least getting like a partial day of fishing in. These uniques worth so much. Good XP. Started off tonight at like, I don't remember, 51 up here somewhere. We did hit 52 without premium right now, by the way. And making a little bit of that money back. Costs what, 5,000 to travel here. I don't remember what the advanced license is, but as long as you fish for a little while, if you get on a bait like these plum boilies, catch some trophies, some uniques, it doesn't take that long till you're in the positive. And that seemed to happen pretty quick in terms of money, and obviously you're getting some good XP. Now again, I personally spent a lot of money to get everything set up the way I wanted it. I ended up buying 2 carp rods and 1 additional reel, just to have some fairly nice and consistent setups. It's a nice little grass carp. Even that's worth 517. And again, this is rod 3. Best bite rate on rod 3 because rod 3 has the smaller hooks and the smaller boilies. But there are times when I'm waiting a little while for a bite. So since I'm fishing with 4 rods, I don't mind having 1 set up to kind of keep things moving, a little more active. On the bigger 10-0 carp hooks, which is rods 1, 2, and 4, and the bigger boilies, same rods, I get a lot of nibbles. but then maybe the hook's too big, right? And they kind of bounce off. But then you finally do hit that fish, and a lot of times it's a trophy or a unique. Pretty good percentage of those. I love the way the gear looks in Fishing Planet, by the way. Some really sweet looking gear. And again, I think we don't have, everything's not the same. Are all the rods, are they Deep Horizons at this point? Yeah. So either the 420 or the 400 SE, which I assume the 420 is better. Yeah, but I've still got one of these SEs. Leviathan 9000, which goes up 24 kilos. Ambusher 9500, 24. Leviathan 10,000, which is 26. I've got, and I think I have, actually I have one of these on my spod rod, which is ridiculous. I should, put that on one of the carp rigs for sure, because those reels are actually a little stronger. In fact, we should put that on rod too, if nothing else, for consistency and how they look. But I'm kind of rambling here. I was going to try to see one more fish if possible. So that's got the 9,000. No, is it rod 2 or 3? Yeah, it's rod 2. Yeah, we should switch out rod 2, right? Is that one actually stronger? No. So the Ambusher 9500 and the Leviathan 9000 SE are very similar. But for looks, I should totally put the silver one on there, and that'll look really sweet. I'm assuming the difference in line, the strength is similar. I think the difference in line here is, though, I'm using mono on 1 and 2 and braid on 3 and 4. So again, for consistency, I should probably just pick one or the other. For a long time tonight, because it's been so long since I've done it, I'd forgotten this. But do I have just a random feeder rod that our carp rod I could look at? I really don't. Maybe we'll catch another fish here and I can pull it out and show you, or if we don't, I'll just pull one out. We'll give it another minute here. How are we on time? Yeah, we're barely hanging on. We might catch one more fish before it really starts to slow down. I'm hoping we can do that. We are at, let's see, 160. I mean, we're not even halfway there, obviously, and we can catch a lot more carp to fill up the net. But obviously, if you do that, you are making a ton. Although it would take a lot of patience to do that. I kind of get antsy, oh, come on, just bite on there. I get antsy. I want to try something different. I really haven't tried many other baits yet, though. These plums have just been working really well, at least here in this spot. Now, I've got tons of marks in the water, so I should probably go back to some of these older spots that I haven't fished at in a while, see if they're still working good. Looks like all these are trophies for the most part. Trying to see if there's anything else. There's a unique leather, which I've caught unique leathers over in this spot we're fishing at now. Trophy ghost carp. Yeah, so that's something I haven't seen over here yet, are the ghost carp. So if you're wanting to get that, there might be some better spots to try. Just trying to get an example of things that I've caught in the past. And again, these are from a long time ago. There's a unique mirror, trophy grass, unique mirror, and trophy mirror. All right, well, maybe one more fish isn't going to happen. So maybe we just pull out one of the rods and look at it real quick. All right, so let's just take a look. This one doesn't have any feed on it or anything, so this will be a little easier to show you. So one thing I didn't remember, and I don't know if I even have any of these in my... so open feeders. I had forgotten in Fishing Planet, you can't use, as far as I can tell, you can't use open feeders or closed feeders on the carp rods. Those are on regular feeder rods that you can use those, right? what you can do is method. So what size is this? This is an 85 gram. So I could put like this 70 gram method thing, feeder on there, flat feeder. And then I could add some of this method ground bait that we mixed up, right? But what I've been doing is sort of a combination of some with feeder, some with ground bait, some without. And that seems to be working pretty well. It really does. So I've been pleased with that. But yeah, I just couldn't, at first when I couldn't remember, I didn't remember that if you want to use ground bait on your actual rod, it looks like you have to use the feeder. To be honest, I don't remember. All right, so if I use that, can I just, okay, there you go. So that's how you do it. That's actually how you do it. Okay, so I don't have it mixed up now. I'm not going to get into it. I knew there was a way, and earlier I just could not figure it out, and now I'm sitting here making this video, and I'm just stumbling upon it. So you can put the weight there. You actually can put, okay, so this is actually cool. I might try this later on. Mix up some more of this like fancy stuff that has a little bit of everything in it, and then we can just put it in the PVA bag, right? That's pretty cool. I might have to try that. This might actually get a fish here. Nope. A lot of nibbles like that. A lot of nibbles. All right, so we want to put that here. Let's take this off. There we go. Now we're ready to go. Okay, so that's pretty much what I've been doing. What's been working here for me. We're getting into off time now, so it's probably going to just continue to slow down to a pretty miserable level. But during peak time, this Plum stuff's working really well. Trophies, uniques. I cannot stress enough. This spot's been really fun. Some good, decent experience, money, all that. I don't think Carp necessarily competes with the best farms in the game, but it's not bad either. It's still really good, and it's fun. There's a lot you can play with, a lot of experimenting. This map is huge. There's so much water here, and I love the way the map looks and how it's divided. Autumn Breeze over there doing some good fishing, I'm sure. So pretty cool place, and yeah, we've had some good fishing. So this is the Weeping Willow Fisheries. I always forget the name of it. Weeping Willow Fisheries. And we are spawning here at Cave Lake, and like I showed you earlier, just heading over to this fishing spot, trying to fish at the peak times a day and catching some good fish. Okay, let me know how your carp fishing is going. Do you have secrets that you want to share with us and our community on catching the big carp here in the UK? Would love to hear it or read about them. But yeah, best of luck, tight lines, everybody, and I will see you next time. Peace out.